It's the idiot check, it's the idiot check. Have we accounted for all those idiots yet? It's the idiot check, it's the idiot check. Oh yeah, we're all here.
Hello everyone. Well, so this is the first instance. I was going to say episode, but that just seemed far too
premature,
highfalutin. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. What if there's only one?
Exactly. Well, you could have one episode.
That's
is it?
True.
Well, I don't know actually. What is the definition of an episode?
Is it something? Is it when you go mental?
When you have a funny
term.
An
episode?
Good point.
Yeah.
That's a funny term.
We'll have to look up. No, but
I'll look it up now.
good friends, Paul and Tom. I text Paul and I said I want to do a podcast, and then he said,
What?
yeah, Tom Heron already wants to do one. Back off.
Get your own podcast.
Yeah.
You're an idea.
And I went, your podcast ain't be nothing without me. So here we are.
So, how do I know you, Luke?
I mean, that is a question that sends shivers down my spine.
Do you remember the first time we met?
I do remember the first time I met Paul Steele, Brighton hero, the Brighton's answer to Brian Wilson.
Brighton Wilson.
Brighton Wilson.
Stuttering, slightly quiet answer that nobody really heard.
No one really asked.
That no one asked.
Guy.
I would say more Worthing. I would say more Worthing's answer to the second
difference.
most famous person from Worthing, other than Dave Benson Phillips.
Is he from Worthing?
As Leo Sayer.
Oh, right.
Preston from the Ordinary Boys. No.
Okay,
he's
stop,
from near
stop,
Worthing.
stop.
Okay, you're not famous at all. You're not up there, mate. You're not even in the top
Luke
10.
from the Kook sister was
There you
born
go.
in a hospital.
She's more famous than you are.
I met you, Paul, the same way I meet almost everybody. Where I'm with somebody I'm comfortable with, aka on this occasion was Sandy Bugles.
Yeah.
I have plucked up all my energy to spend time with that person because it takes a lot to get me out of the house. Oh, we're going out of the house. Right, I've only got computational power enough for that one person. Oh, he goes, look, it's Paul Steele walking up the road. Hey, Paul. Hey, Paul, this is Luke. All right.
I mean, it was.
Alright,
You couldn't have been less pleased to see another person.
Yeah, well, that's just how I work. I get ready. Some people can seem to just be able to react to life when it happens and sort of I don't know, it's some sort of improvisation. There's a person I didn't expect to see. I can be nice to them. I can't do that. How the fuck do you do that? I had you were not in my plan for the day, so I don't know how to do this.
Well, it plays on my mind a bit,
And then
there's
hang on, I need to meet that guy again because I think
You need to understand.
he was a massive arsehole, I reckon there's something really nice about him.
I reckon you peel away the bullshit. There's something in there that's worth, giving you time.
I'm like this fine whiskey that I'm drinking. Yeah, Yamazaki 12-year single malt,
Advertising.
right?
yeah.
I don't really like the taste, but
It's a good metaphor for you then. Is this is still a metaphor for you?
But when I drink enough of it, I feel good. I feel drunk, and it gives me this false sense of superiority, especially since I poured it out of a glass crystal decanter.
Oh, did you? Have you got a globe that opens up with lots of glasses underneath?
No, I don't. I want one.
Oh, I want
But
one
I do.
too.
Um,
I have to put squash in it and stuff because I haven't got any whiskey.
I have a dream that my children and my children's children can live in a world without toilet humor.
Do you remember the second time we met
no.
in Golden Lane? So I think you were, again, it was a similar situation where I think maybe I was living there. Or
No, you were never living there when I was there.
Right.
I was.
Okay. But I think you were with Sandy and you were sitting on the sofa, at my sofa. I was sitting on that sofa before you. And I walked in and it was, I think...
And all the air went out of the room.
Yeah. But there was a bit of a thing because obviously we'd had that little interaction on the street.
Yeah.
I mean, it was brief. I mean, I think it was Sandy.
It was really brief.
This is Luke, Paul, Luke, Paul.
Alright.
Yeah. Oh, nice to meet you, mate. And then, so I thought maybe I'll give it another go. He looks like, give him the benefit of the doubt. He looks like he could be a nice chap.
Yeah.
So I go into the living room, and there you were sitting on the sofa facing forwards, watching the telly, and you just turn your head to the right, and kind of went, all right.
Yeah, but what would you
So
have done? Right, reverse the roles. What do you do? Do you jump up and go, "Hey, mate, yeah," give you a hug? What do you want?
It was just kind of frosty. That's all I'm saying.
Underneath that suede blazer and flared jeans, there was a nice man in there.
And I thought,
just need to get to know him.
Suede blazer.
I'm referring to that demo I once found of yours, where you're walking down the street in the front cover. Yeah, some kind of
You're right.
fabric velvety blazer.
You're talking about Hopeful, Useless, Lonely Singer EP.
Yeah, that's the one.
Big time.
And then that was shortly before you started looking like Penelope Cruz.
Did he?
He did for a bit. He sort of had that really chiseled face and the kind
Yeah,
of
that chisel has long been...
Has been married right out of it.
It's like when you leave kind of chiseled wood in soaking for a few hours on end.
In Greece.
It just sort of like expands. Yeah, I do sometimes find old photos of me and go, bloody hell.
That's how I know you from being snubbed twice. How do you know Tom?
How do I know Tom? Well,
yeah.
Tom Heron is, to me, a drummer, first and foremost.
Brilliant.
But he is all right. He is a nice guy.
But you met me before you knew I was a drummer.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, you did, didn't you? We met through Sandy again at my house, and one day you came in and you...
I don't remember. I have no memory of you living there either, to be honest.
I've got a video of you in that house when you were, I don't know, we're doing some weird skit thing. Oh, yeah. You were pretending to have a Bangra ringtone. Remember that?
Okay, yeah.
Explain yourself.
So that was...
But anyway, but with you, Tom, I just don't remember you coming into my life. You were just sort of there.
I just materialised.
Yeah.
And then... Yeah.
And all for the better, of course, you know.
Of course.
I've never looked at denim the same way. You know?
Yeah. I'm wearing a lot now.
Tight denim.
Okay, so how do you know me, Paul? That's a good story.
Yeah, that is a good story. Because we met at music school. I don't want to mention the specific
Yeah,
school.
that doesn't start well.
We would call it music school, where we all learnt to play
I think
music.
I think we should call, whenever we're referring to that, we just call it band camp.
We did meet
Isn't
at
that a
band camp, right? And part of band camp was after they taught you how to play your instrument, because you go in there, you're a blank canvas, right? You turn up, you can't play anything for shit. You do a few lessons, you learn the basics, you learn a few chords, you learn how to hit the snare or whatever, and then they put you into a band, and that's where me and Tom met, because we got put toget's Did we choose to be with each other?
We were thrown together.
We were thrown
by
together.
fate.
Yeah, and I remember thinking, oh God, this guy he's got like piercings and he's all cool, and I'm wearing a jumper, like a woolly horizontal striped jumper, and I don't feel like I should be here. And we had there were two singers in our band that we've been put into, and we had to choose a song to perform at the end of term gig. That's what they call it, right? And I remember. What did you suggest?
Oh, I probably suggested some kind of punk song that no one had any interest in doing. And you probably suggested a Beach Boys song.
I'm pretty sure I suggested that five guys who had all just learnt to play their instruments and become a musician, that we learn all the chords to God only knows.
Wouldn't it be nice to do a Beach Boys song? And then they were like, nah, let's do reggae.
So we ended up doing
John Butler Trio.
Like pikey music, basically, wasn't it?
Yeah. It was all right. We did it fairly well, I remember.
I remember it went down a bloody storm, mate.
But we've never kept in touch with anyone out of that band other than each other, have we? So
no, pretty much, yeah. So there was definitely a lasting bond there. And obviously, since then, since you've been in the excerpts, they deserve a mensch, right?
Probably.
Obviously, we've worked together when I've done stuff for you guys, and you played drums in Cold Coast Dead when we went on tour, and we lived together for a bit. So there's a pretty strong bond there, I think.
You've got basically you two have got like a natural relationship. And I'm just a charlatan guy, as always. It's how I feel about my life.
I think you're just transient.
I'm just. Why? Who is that guy? Do you know?
You just float off somewhere after a bit. There's Luke. Oh, he's floated off. He's gone to London. Oh, he doesn't want to live there anymore. He's floated off to Bristol.
No, he's just fed up of everywhere, isn't he?
Always looking. Yeah. Still haven't found. Still heron found.
Steel heron.
Steel heron found what I'm looking for.
Heron found what I'm looking for.
Brilliant.
There we go.
Thank you. Idiot check. Idiot check. Idiot check. Idiot check. What? Why did you guys even want to do a podcast?
We wanted to play music.
Did you?
Mainly. Well, we sort of wanted to be more of a...
play music and then talk in between about... Well, there's a load of podcasts and radio shows that we listened to mutually that we admired.
Mm-hmm.
Like the Adam and Joe show on BBC Six Music.
Yep.
And the XFM Ricky Gervais years.
Yep.
And all that stuff. I listen to a lot of podcasts anyway. Do you listen to any? You do you?
Yeah, no, I do. I listen to, I'm sort of slightly addicted to them, basically. No, I listen to podcasts more than I listen to music. I don't...
Me too.
I do as well.
Absolutely.
It's bad, isn't it?
It is bad.
I think
it's really bad.
For me, it's like the ultimate distraction from
What
the
you're
chaos of your life. Because, it's like the antidote to music for me. And it's just, it's good to absorb, just like listening to other people talk rubbish, really.
I don't walk anywhere without listening to a podcast.
Well, no, mine worse. I literally can't do anything. So, I will put it on, to do the washing up. That's common. That's
I'll do that.
And I enjoy washing up. I'm like, Hannah, I'm going in. I'm going under for a session. And I put my headphones in and I'm away, and I'll happily wash up for an hour. And
me too.
Yeah.
And then I'll just sort of, before I go to bed, they'll just be on, and I just pause it if Hannah says something to me, and then I finish the conversation and then start it again.
Isn't it bad? If you, I don't know if you done any DIY or whatever with Hannah. Certainly, I've had it with Holly where she doesn't necessarily want to listen to a podcast and I'm just thinking, I'm not sure I can do this job, because the only way I can do anything with my hands is whilst even just listening to music isn't the same. I want to be like absorbed in some kind of story or something like that.
Yeah.
But it's weird and it's bad. I think it's dangerous because not everyone likes podcasts.
I don't know. It's weird. It's weird that we think it's dangerous. I don't. My thing with it being dangerous is that I feel guilty as a musician. I should be so enthralled by music that should be the thing that I'm sort of gagging to listen to as soon as I get up in the morning or whatever. Whereas really, I listen to podcasts like going to sleep as well. Like sometimes, I would do every single night if I wasn't married. Like if I was single, I totally would. But because I find it quite easy to, I think it's a good way of falling asleep because I think, it distracts the sort of inner monologue enough for me to drift off. Whereas Hannah finds it really interesting, so she's like lying awake, like listening to the thing. Whereas I'll drift off quite quickly. But I like that. I like being kind of. I couldn't listen to music. It's either I've tried different things recently. Podcast, white noise. I've started trying.
What?
That's a thing. That's a thing.
Do you blast it in your bedroom?
No, it's just on my. It's just through my phone, like on the bedside table.
That would be hilarious.
So is that a bit like Wayne Rooney with the vacuum cleaner? He leaves a vacuum cleaner on.
Does he?
In the bedroom to help him sleep.
Oh, wow.
He's wasting energy.
Yeah, I mean I think he's should just listen to white noise because that's just stupid. To have a vacuum cleaner.
I do understand the soothing properties of the sound of a vacuum cleaner.
Yeah, but surely that's the same as white noise.
Why don't you get a recording of a vacuum cleaner?
Yeah, which surely would be similar to white noise. Whale song. That's another one.
Have you actually done that? Have you done that?
Yeah, definitely.
Right. Do you find like constantly filling your ears with stuff is stealing like any kind of creative thought from your brain, stealing the
your own thoughts?
Yeah,
rather than other people?
Yeah, definitely. Like I don't even listen to them sometimes. Like I've got a podcast on and it's just on and it's on my phone and my phone's in my back pocket or something and it's just there and I'm maybe tuning in and out and then I get a laptop out, browse the internet. So I'm like reading stuff and listening to a podcast.
Yeah, I do that as well.
Nothing is going in, like either orifice, if you will. If you could say that eye is an orifice, nothing's going at all. Reading or listening, it's just noise, and it's just like me being terrified of my own thoughts. So that's what it is.
I can't think for myself. I need to know what Brian Clough thinks.
This podcast shit. I'm actually in a very good mood today.
I can tell.
Good. Yeah.
Can you?
Yeah. There's a bounce in your voice.
Do you reckon?
Radiating.
Do you reckon?
Yeah.
Well, I am drunk. Getting drunk.
Yeah.
Is it because you're a little bit pissed on?
Yeah,
on
you've been drinking a lot recently, haven't you? Because I keep getting you keep messaging us on WhatsApp just saying you're drunk. and you, what's up with you? It's like that time when you decided that you were going to be an alcoholic so you could write sort of more emotionally intense songs, but it was a controlled alcoholism. Yeah. So you did most of it in the morning, didn't you?
This is actually an intervention. It's not actually a podcast.
I never actually went through with that controlled alcoholism idea.
I thought you gave it because it was when you were sort of doing the couch surfing, wasn't it? When you're a proper troubadour.
Yeah, I did it once. I bought a small bottle of rum, of all things, and drank like a glass of it. And I think I just fell asleep. And that was that. I never did it again. I've tried a few different substances. No, I mean, I'm just... I am getting drunk.
Are you right?
Drinking a lot. On my own. No, I'm not. I'm not really, but like...
Well, you're with us.
Yeah, no, that's right. That's what I'll say. I'm in a good mood because I wrote a good song today, so that's...
You had a breakthrough.
Yeah, no,
awesome.
I did.
Tell us about it.
Well,
Is it an upbeat, jaunty number?
oh, don't you know it? Don't you know it, mate? What else do I write? What else do I
It's
write?
Luke sital-singh.
Yeah.
What else?
It made my wife Hannah cry. So if that's any
Wow.
That sounds amazing.
What was it? Because it's just very insulting lyrics about her.
Yeah.
in the
Yeah,
song.
basically, just in
that why-
most issues.
I never married you because you make
Hello?
me sick in my mouth when I look at you.
Oh, see, we would be hearing this,
Oh,
his reaction, but he's disappeared.
maybe that's at our end. I don't know.
Oh, he's back. He's coming back. He's coming back.
Is he?
Yeah. Yeah, look, it's connecting. There we go. Luke is online.
In then? Offline.
Yeah, he's messed this up. Luke's disappeared.
All right, whilst Luke's gone,
Singh has left the building.
just when he was about to tell us about his wonderful new track that he's all excited about.
See, I thought we were making quite funny jokes about his song there, but we couldn't get his reaction to it. It just sounded like we'd offended him because he wasn't saying anything.
Kind of sounded like he was so proud of the song that any like tiny little like jab at it completely ruined it for him.
just hung up.
All right, let's talk about fun
Let's
stuff.
talk about stuff that he doesn't like.
Yeah,
Like,
swearing.
No, he loves square.
Upbeat music, dance music.
Yeah, I love
Yeah?
it. I love all that. Love all that stuff. I mean, we haven't actually given this is a good chance now for us to tell anyone who's listening, if there is anyone, what Luke sital-singh is really all about. He's a singer-songwriter. I don't know where he was originally born. Maybe somewhere near London or something like that. He's a singer-songwriter, like your James Blunts, your Damien Rices. Actually,
Ed Sheeran.
an amalgamation of those three men. That's where you get sital-singh.
Absolutely.
He just texted me saying my internet's gone.
Oh, here we go. There's a call from him. Here we go. We have Luke sital-singh on the phone as we speak. Here he is.
Just fucked.
His internet's fucked. What's happened?
I've just turned the router off. Don't know, it just died for the house, so stop recording if I were you, and I'll be back in a bit.
All right, you sounded a bit down in the dumps now.
Huh? Do I? No, I'm just annoyed.
Because you were telling us about your song, and we were excited.
Well,
All right.
I'll have to I'm just resetting the shit. So
All right, we'll fill.
I should be back in no time.
All right, mate.
So toilet break.
All right.
Tea break.
Speak to you in a bit.
Bye.
Right. There we go. His internet's gone.
Supposedly the best internet in Bristol.
Yeah, why is he gone to Bristol? I mean, you can say the same about me, but Bristol, that's not London even
You're all
slightly.
moving away from the
We're all kind of flew the net.
Brighton.
But that's a marriage thing.
Yeah,
It
that's
is.
true.
I mean, you might find yourself in the next couple of years moving west.
Moving to Syria.
You might move to Syria, yeah. Did you hear the thing where Hasselhoff had gone out to fight?
To rally the troops.
Yeah, he's going out to Syria.
He's the new Vera
Right.
Lynn.
Yes, it's true.
Is he actually
The
doing
Hoff
that?
is doing
Is he
something
singing?
in Syria, I'm telling you. Here we go. So, okay, Baywatch legend David Hasselhoff says he wants to go to Syria to annihilate all ISIS terrorists.
Right.
All of them.
Single-handedly.
Well,
With his voice? Because that could work. All they'd have to do is play one of his songs over some huge tannoy, and they would run for their lives.
Well, it says here on a very reliable source, the Mirror website, it says that Hasselhoff said that if he could make himself invisible, he'd jet off to Syria with a Rambo-style mission in mind.
Here he comes.
Here
He's
he
back
is.
in the building.
Hey guys.
Here he is.
He's back.
What happened?
Oh, best internet in Bristol.
What
Bollocks.
Virgin Media. Thanks, Virgin. Don't be unless you want to sponsor the show. You're shit.
Yeah. But if you do, you're
Are
great.
you back on the? Did you carry on talking?
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, nice one. Rolling with
We've been
it.
chatting.
Rolling with it.
Yeah.
We were talking about David Hasselhoff.
We were talking about David Hasselhoff apparently
And-
wanting to kill all terrorists.
I'll read it for your benefit, Luke. Okay. Right, this is from The Mirror, so I believe every word.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Baywatch legend David Hasselhoff says he wants to go to Syria to annihilate all ISIS terrorists. Thoughts?
What do you think about that?
More power to him, really.
He said he has to go if he could become invisible, though.
It says, yeah, if
So
he
he's a
could make
coward.
himself invisible, he'd jet off to Syria with a Rambo-style mission in mind. Which suggests he'd just, if he can make himself invisible, he'd fight. Well, that would probably be a good way.
That's the ultimate in cowardice, isn't it? Surely.
Well, I think he's going to go over there and actually take him down.
That's
I mean, what's the context? Why
Well,
has
no.
he said that? Has he just said? Has he just gone? Oi, to his PA, get the mirror round here because I got some great. I got a quote for them that they can run.
Organise me a press conference. I've got something to say.
Well, I think he's annoyed.
He's just fed up. He's
We all are.
got to the end of his wick.
Yeah. Well, there's what? So it says here there's 200,000 ISIS fighters, right?
Okay.
That's what it said. This is The Mirror. So
Right.
listen up. But yeah, if you were invisible and you dropped yourself in amongst 200,000 ISIS fighters and punched one of them in the face, like defeated one, surely just the guy next to him just does a sort of
No.
Well, no,
360
take out all his
degree.
mates.
No. That I think
but
he's on
it would
something.
be like-
it's for the cause.
I mean, I think if he punched one of them in the face, that's different. But if he has a modified M16 assault rifle and he just lets rip, I mean, they're going to see the nozzle flash, aren't they? Going. It's just going to be a disembodied
yeah.
nozzle flash
Hang on.
running around.
Is this an invisible rifle?
Well,
The rifle will be visible, so
rifle
they'll
will be
see the
visible.
rifle floating
right, okay.
in
The only
midair.
way it would work
And then
is if not only is he invisible, his rifle is invisible, the bullets are invisible.
are his clothes invisible?
Hang on, I
Or
reckon
is he just a pair of trousers walking around with a gun?
he's wearing his Baywatch pants. There's just a pair of
He's
visible
wearing his
Baywatch
red
pants that are
Baywatch
coming towards you.
And he's got nowhere to hide the rifle either, because there's
It's hot over there.
no room left. In
So
there.
if he runs around naked,
He'll be fine in a.
he's fine. He's fine. But it's just whether if he's discharging that weapon over and over again, that's going to heat up, and it's just going to be attached to bare flesh. That's going to start to hurt,
Yeah.
isn't it? That's going to start to burn.
He hasn't thought this through, has he?
Beg to differ, because it says here he said, "I'd go to Syria and annihilate everyone involved in ISIS." So
That's ISIS done.
Tom? Check. Luke? Check. Paul? Check. That's right, kids. It's the fucking idiot check.
So back to your song.
Yeah,
back
right.
to your song. You're in a good mood. You were telling us you're in a good mood because you've written a good song.
Yeah, well, you know,
It made your wife
you know
cry.
how that
That's so
is. You
good.
know how that is. Do you know how that is? When you write a good song.
Well, I don't think I've made her cry with one of my songs. Yeah, to write. When
Crying
when
with
you've
laughter.
written that song that you've been trying to write for a few weeks or whatever, and it finally falls into place. Yeah, there's no better feeling.
Yeah, I mean, this isn't.
But then-
this isn't so much that. But
Go
go
on.
on.
I get in a kind of celebratory mood where I feel like I don't need to write any more songs ever.
Yeah,
And-
yeah.
The next week could be a piss up. I get complacent. So I've written that song. I'm just going to play FIFA or whatever.
No, I've just been. I've been on the hunt, and I haven't really been trying to write it, but it's just been. in the back of my mind of writing a new opening set song. The song that I always start with it works, but I've got bored of it a little bit, and it's like it feels like starting with a song which feels a bit tired isn't a great way to start. You know,
But I guess that's a bit like bands who had one early hit, like Radiohead with Creep. How do you feel about bands who don't play their maybe their biggest hit?
You've turned into a robot, by the way.
who has? I have.
Yeah.
Is your computer doing weird stuff again?
Podcast. What's up with your internet? Have you got a? I thought you had fiber optics or whatever. Once again,
a fire.
Blaming
Can you do an impression of Lisa Sital-singh?
Yeah.
Here's mine.
It sounds like the Dolby. Is it the what's the cinema? The sound.
Hello?
There we go.
Is he back?
Is he back? You right?
Is it better? I don't know if that's better.
Hey,
You're back.
Right.
What have you
We
done?
were just doing impressions of you.
Yeah.
Impressions
Tom,
of
do
Mo
it.
Farah.
Do it.
Go on.
I know the moment's gone. You'll have to listen to it back.
Yeah.
No, you have to listen to it back. I
It was
can't
great.
repeat. I can't repeat
You
myself.
nailed it.
We both did one, but Paul's was more of a sigh.
Okay. Cheers for that. What was I saying?
Got right another song.
Yeah, people that they don't play their best song. Well, this isn't really what I'm talking about, but anyway, when I used to be a big John Mayer fan. I'm sorry, everyone.
Really?
Yeah, and but let's just take that to put that to one side.
Okay.
There was a DVD, a live DVD that he put out that I used to watch, and in the commentary, on this DVD set, he had a big song. His big song, and he played it like second or third in the set. And then there's a live DVD commentary of him talking about the set, and he says, "Oh yeah, I sing that one like quite early because it's like if you've only come for that song, then you can leave now and give your seat to someone else or something like that." And I just thought I've always remembered that and gone, quite kudos for that.
Because a lot of
that
bands
man.
do the opposite.
Yeah, exactly,
where
exactly.
They leave it at the end of the set.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's because they know that people will leave. Well, they will all leave. Like
Yeah.
Top Loader.
Top Loader,
They tried doing it to begin with, but then everyone left, so they have to leave it to the last song.
I think they open and close with it.
That reminds me of the time that I went to see Lost Prophets.
Oh, Jesus. Here we go.
Right?
What happened to Lost Prophets?
No, this was just...
They were good. They had some good tunes.
Who knows? It'll be one of those mysteries, I think.
that also reminds me of the time when I was in, I don't know what it was. I feel like it was Germany or somewhere in the continent with Julian, our manager, and we were in a taxi, and for some reason, I think Boy George was on the radio or something like that, and the taxi driver said, we're having a sort of conversation or something, but then I think like it was Come a Chameleon or something, it was on the radio, and he was like, "Oh, whatever happened to Boy George?" And Julian just sort of looked at me and smiled and said, "Well, basically, he got arrested for kidnapping a rent boy and went to prison for like a few years." And like the taxi driver was like, "Oh." just was such an awkward thing. Anyway, it was funny.
Oh God.
And
What happened to Gary Glitter?
I think it's a little unfair to Boy George to jump so seamlessly from the Lost Prophets.
Yeah, I mean, what was that, Luke?
but anyway, right. So I was at
Go on, Lost Prophets. You went to the
the
gig.
Brixton Academy, London, with a few friends. And I was of age, but I wasn't chaperoned by my father. And I have other stories of when I wasn't of age and I was chaperoned by my father.
Oh, yeah.
But anyway,
Two Lost Prophets gigs, or just
to Slipknot. But anyway, this time was
That's cold.
what happened to you?
Oh, you got... Come on, Luke.
this time was this time was Lost Prophets, and we're at Brixton Academy, and there I am in the centre of the standing area. I thought to myself, I'm not in the mosh pit, am I? So I'm I try and I don't really like a mosh, so I stood back, and I was probably what I assumed was about 5 or 6, 7 meters away from the mosh, any kind of mosh pit that may occur. And I was ready for the band. I was poised. I was excited. I think I was next to a couple of mates. I'm not sure. I can't remember. There was a support act. I can't remember who the heck they were. The band comes on. Okay, literally. I don't think they had started playing. I think they had some sort of intro music, some noise, feedback or whatever it is that these kids are doing these days. And immediately the whole crowd just sort of like swells in on itself, and I'm crushed. No one can breathe. And then it tips. I don't know if if you guys have like experienced that sort of vertical standing where you're so cocooned, and squashed, and then everyone falls over essentially at the same time, and you're basically like standing horizontally.
It's horrible.
You can't move for shit, and you just feel like you're about to die.
Well, you're on top of someone, and someone's on top of you.
Yeah,
That's
basically.
it. Yeah.
And the whole of the sort of first 20 meters of the crowd were like that, and it was like, what the heck, what is going on? And eventually, it kind of uprights, and I'm stood up, and I'm like, I can't breathe. I'm so thirsty that I'm literally dying. So I decided to crowd surf over the top. Right? Not the first time I've crowd surfed. Reading Incubus, Reading Festival, Incubus, crowd surf the first time in my life.
I'm learning so much about
lost
you
my
right
shoe.
Who are you?
Not cool. But anyway, all right, this is back in the day. And then, right, so we're back in Brixton. I'm trying to get on top of someone. It's not really working because it's quite hard to crowd surf, actually, if you don't have mates around you, like, helping you. But I got on there eventually, get to the front, fall over the front, get to the, escape, run to some bouncer pushes me to the side. And I sort of like, go along the side of the venue, try and get back a bit, and sort of stand where I can breathe, and like I'm watching the show from the sort of side bit. And then suddenly this bouncer grabs me, hauls me through this door, down this corridor, and I don't know whether I'm drunk. I'm not drunk because I haven't really drunk anything, so I can't be drunk. But I just feel like it's all happening in a complete blur. I don't really know what's going on. And I'm like, "Whoa, mate, what's going on? Like, what?" And he's like, "Don't worry, mate. You go back in the front entrance." And he just basically boots me out into the corridor, into the back of the venue, basically in some
The foyer.
Well, no, like into the back streets, like behind the venues, like some
Oh, right.
some alley. And so I'm out there, completely covered in sweat, and like, just in a way a little bit relieved because I'm like, I've got a bit of breath, I can sort of catch myself, and then so I sort of I kind of stand there for like a few seconds and go, right, okay, start walking towards the entrance, what I assume is the entrance. Get to the entrance. There's a massive bouncer there. Just go, excuse me, I've just been thrown out. Can I come back in? And the guy's like, oh, you've been thrown out. You're not getting back in. Just been thrown out. You're not getting back in. And I just sort of stare at him and just go, oh. And bear in mind, this all happened like in the middle of the first song of the set. So I'm like, I just reserved myself.
What did you say you'd been thrown out?
I don't know. It's literally just what came out of my mouth. I've just been chucked out. Can I come back in? No. Oh. And so there I am. I sit on the steps to Brixton Academy for an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours, while I wait for my mates to come out because I'd given my bag to one of the girls who was like had a seat in the balcony. So I couldn't go home. So I was sat there for an hour and a half, 2 hours, being offered weed by the same guy for like, this guy came up to me once every 20 minutes or something, saying,
the answer is still no.
But the worst part was, I was sat there, right, as I said, but I was thirsty. I was dying. I had no money. My wallet was in my bag in the venue. Next to me in the gutter was a half-drunk cherry Coke bottle.
You had it, didn't you? You had it.
I looked at it for as long as I could. No, Luke, no.
Cherry Coke as well. That could have been anything.
You don't know what that is.
Calling out to you.
Yes. No, I drank the whole thing. Okay, I downed the whole thing, and then.
How old were you?
I want to say 16, 17. I mean, we can talk.
Yeah, I think that's.
You can work out the timeline when their album came out, whatever it was called. But it had the song Shinobi Vs Dragon Ninja. I think it was their first album. Shinobi versus
Fake Sound of Progress.
Yeah, Fake Sound of Progress. Thank you, Tom. And the reason why I talk about this was that was my favourite song. They obviously played it. They played it last because it was the only song that I heard of the night, because they'd obviously started opening all the doors inside the venue, like all the exits prior to the end, so to let people out. So I could just faintly hear the song.
You could hear it in the cheap seat,
and it was like the cheapest seat you could ever imagine. But you get a free cherry Coke. But yeah, so that's a long story. It's quite boring, really, wasn't it?
That was a good story.
That was a very good story.
No, it was good. I was enthralled.
Have you had cherry cola since?
I don't think I have. So yeah. Anyway, so
did you still like
go on.
John Mayer after he was replaced by Tony Blair?